You're watching Today. It is great to have your company. And Richard, you have a very, very special guest with you this morning.
Who arrived in the studio about 30 seconds ago. Nothing like cutting it fine. She hails from one of Australia's most celebrated show business families. She and a big sister have been barely out of the spotlight since they burst onto the scene more than 2 decades ago. She's certainly come a long way from young talent time to disco diva. It's a great pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dannii Minogue. Welcome into the studio.
I'm so sorry that I was late. I legged it up from security. I'm like, please let me in. And in these pumps, let me tell you, that was difficult.
You run on those things?
Yeah, I can just.
Those are stilts.
Yeah, stillies.
16 years you've been making music.
Oh, yes, and how young do I look?
Well, you've come along.
For 150, I'm doing really well. No, I started young. The whole Young Talent Time thing kicked it off early, and it's been an amazing time. I think this is the first time I've stopped and actually looked at what's happened and what I've been able to do.
Because you used to sing ABBA songs into a hairbrush in the early days.
ABBA songs and Olivia Newton-John songs from Greece. And I met Olivia last year, and that was just so amazing.
Well, there are a number of things we do need to clear up.
Yes.
Firstly, there's a story around that you're going to re-record Xanadu. True or false?
I haven't told Olivia yet, but I've recorded that in London, and that's going to come out on a compilation album, I think at the end of this year or next year.
Okay.
It's a very, very, very different version because hers is so perfect. I didn't want to touch it. There's no disco, there's no roller skates about it at all, which is what people would expect me to do, but it's kind of more ballady and, yeah, chilled out.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
You're going to tour the country with your Hits and Beyond tour, true or false?
False. I've got one show this Thursday at a club called Home.
Nightclub, yeah.
And that's going to be a showcase of the Hits and Beyond album.
All right.
And putting a lot of dance rehearsals into that. And then later this year I'm doing a movie. So I guess after doing the Hits album, it's kind of, you want to step away from music, do a few different things, clear the head, and then get back in the studio.
Because you're really here on holiday. You've been here for a little while, haven't you?
It was meant to be a holiday. Yes, my brother and his girlfriend have just had a baby, so...
Charles. Well, we know Brendan, because Brendan used to be a cameraman on this program,
yes,
of course.
I call him Lord Charles.
Lord Charles.
Lord Charles, and everyone else calls him Charlie, but he's divine. So I'm learning all of these kind of auntie skills like burping and bottle feeding and stuff.
You a good auntie?
I'm trying, but I'm kind of like, oh, what are you doing? But I've learnt the best thing, as soon as the brow starts to go inwards, you go, twinkle, twinkle, little star, and that works really well.
Well, Lord Charlie's lucky having a couple of aunties who can belt out a tune.
I know, Brendan said, just sing to him, it works. And I'm like, what do I sing? The pressure. Got stage fright.
You could sing your new single.
Oh, yeah.
So Under Pressure, yeah?
Yeah, no, I have to sing little baby tunes, but he's gorgeous.
Family is very important to you, always has been. It's been a tough time. I gather you're closer than ever now, a whole lot of you.
I think, you know, good times and bad times bring you closer together. It's been an incredible year that we've been through. I have to say, you know, people come up to you on the street, and a lot of other people having tough times too. We've been really fortunate. Kylie's here, she's great, strong, about to go back on tour, so we just have to say we're the lucky ones, and we really appreciate that. I think that, you know, it's kind of brought us together in a different way, but it's made us really aware of family time is really important. And I got told off for not doing a show in Melbourne, my hometown. I was like, guys, there's a little baby there, and now more than ever we know that one less show, one less promotion, it's more about family.
Well, your work ethic is second to none, you and Kylie, and Brendan for that matter. I mean,
we work too hard, and this is what our parents have been saying, we want grandchildren, stop working so hard. So bless Brendan, he pulled through, and I thought, whew, that got me off the hook.
Well, you've sailed close to the wind in that regard a few times. I mean, how difficult has it been for you? You can't even go out with a bloke for dinner before it's over every magazine and newspaper everywhere.
That's the really hard bit. I'm ready to meet Mr. Right, but
there's no one shows you.
There's no ring on that finger. I don't even leave the house. That's a big problem.
So is this an official proclamation?
I'm going to have to go on speed dating.
Dannii Minogue is going speed dating. Sorry, we've got a few blokes putting their hands up over here.
Good. I like a guy that can cook. I'm into cooking. Yeah. am I doing tonight? Oh, I guess you're cooking for me. What's your specialty?
Whatever you like.
Okay.
Luke Mangan, celebrity chef, came in here to make mashed potatoes on the show and ends up
Like
scoring a
mashed
date with
potato.
Dannii Minogue. That's the start of a good day, Lukey.
How can it be worse?
Now listen, just a couple of other things. Kylie's touring, of course, which we're thrilled about. You're going to jump up on stage and do a couple of things with her?
I guess everybody's expecting that now since she kind of jumped up on stage with me in London, but that was totally off the cuff. I think if I can make it through backstage without being a blobbing mess, it will be incredible. I'm so happy for her because that's what she loves doing and it's where she wants to be. It was so frustrating for her not only being ill, but not being able to work. And I'm already getting teary. No, I won't be getting on stage. I'll just be backstage with Kleenex.
Bet you are there. But listen, you've got the album out at the moment.
Yeah.
20 hits. It's incredible. You've had 19 hit singles, 7 #1 club hits. There's the cover of the album.
Yeah.
It must be a nice time in your life when you can reflect on what you've done and you've achieved so much.
It's been an incredible journey. Like, people have followed me since Young Talent time through to now, and it's been a brilliant time. I couldn't have a better job than running around the world singing songs. And, you know, if I can keep calling that work for a bit longer, great.
Well, it is work, and you work hard, but it's hard work, isn't it? Because you have
to.
to.
You know, I get to do what I love. I never thought that I would be doing this for this long. So I just love it.
Well, there's you back there. I mean,
That's baby me.
You've reinvented yourself, haven't you?
I think anyone who's been in pop music this long has reinvented themselves. You can't stay the same. You're working with too many different stylists, directors, choreographers, and you're taking a bit from everyone, and you keep moulding and moving and changing, and that's a good thing. I think that's what attracts me to being a performer, is the fun of the dress-ups and the changing.
But it's not easy to do, and it's. I mean, the public are so fickle, aren't they? There's somebody else on the scene before you know it. Especially these days, you know, we were talking to Lily before who's got MySpace happening. She's great, isn't she?
She's really, really cool. I love her album.
You know, 6 months ago, no one had heard of her. Now she's huge.
You know, Australia's pretty good at pumping out, you know, people who can sing, dance, act, and it's just great to see people, you know, can have longevity. I just saw Boy from Oz the other night, and he was just awesome.
How good's he?
Every single person in it was brilliant. If you haven't seen it, you've got to go.
All the kids in the
And I
chorus
said
line
to
and everything.
him, I can't believe there's actually a show that out-camped a Minogue show, and that's a feat.
Well, you girls are known for your kicking and dancing and singing.
Heels and feathers and glitter and anything fun.
Yeah. What's left to do?
I don't know. I guess I might go back and to do a bit more radio. And Roger Sanchez is a really famous DJ friend of mine. He's going to teach me how to DJ as well.
You're never going to do radio.
So I'm like going to be like trying to be all cool and mixing records together. But I love music, and I need to step away from it, but it's still got to be part of my life. So I might do that for a while and then go back to writing and singing.
You're never going to do radio. What the use of all those sequins and feathers and glitter and that behind a microphone?
I'll project them through the radio.
Dannii, it's lovely
Trust
to see you
me.
here.
Thank you so much.
Safe travel and enjoy your stay back home. Good luck with the movie
Thank
and
you.
the shows and all that
Next
stuff.
time I won't be so late.
Don't be so late. Dannii Minogue, everybody. Let's give her a big round of applause. Lovely to have you in the studio.
All right, lovely to see her. She looks wonderful too, doesn't she?
Gorgeous, gorgeous.